Have you ever sat down to complete an important project and then suddenly realized you need to answer that email, your laundry needs to be folded, or maybe you should go ahead and have your lunch even though it's just 11 a.m. Next thing you know, it's the end of the day and you haven't completed that important task. That's precisely procrastination. But you also know bills must get paid, work must get done, and your side hustle isn't going to complete itself. So, how do you overcome procrastination? That's exactly what we are going to discuss in today's video. I'll be sharing with you 6 science-based methods to help you beat procrastination and get work done. The first way to beat procrastination is break down big tasks and reward yourself. As I've shared in my previous video, one of the main reasons why we procrastinate is because we feel negative emotions towards that task. Breaking large tasks into smaller ones make the task feel less overwhelming and also helps you see what you need to focus on right now. In fact, a research from Pennsylvania State found that people seem to like getting small tasks done as soon as possible. Accomplishing something even though it's not the whole goal or even if it does not actually save time seems psychologically rewarding in itself. So break it up. Ask yourself, if I were to take action right now, what is the smallest possible step that I could take? But the question is, what after completing 1 or 2 small tasks? As you cannot mark your task as completed until you complete the whole project, you are more likely to fall back into your old procrastination behavior. That's where rewards come into picture. What did Professor Katie Milkman wanted what so many of us want? To force herself to go to the gym and to read The Hunger Games. Then she had a stroke of idea. Those 2 desires could actually be combined. What if she would allow herself only to read The Hunger Games while she was working out at the gym? The idea is to link something that you want to do with something that you should do, thereby making difficult or uninteresting tasks more appealing and also increasing your chance of actually completing all these small tasks. Once you've broken down the goal and also set your reward, you might still find it hard to get started. In that case, the nothing alternative is for you. That was coined by influential crime fiction novelist Raymond Chandler. Chandler had difficulty sitting down at a computer and typing predetermined word count every day, just like other successful writers. So he would set aside 4 hours every morning and give himself an ultimatum: write or do nothing at all. He doesn't have to write if he doesn't feel like it. He shouldn't try. He could look out of the window or stand on his head, but he is not allowed to do anything positive. No reading, no writing letter, no glancing at the magazine or checking emails, write or do nothing. With these 2 options in mind, you ultimately get bored of doing nothing and you'll eventually start working. I recommend you try this out yourself. Next time you find yourself procrastinating, choose one goal to focus on and set aside 90 minutes of uninterrupted focus. That means no email, no social media, no smartphone, no nonsense. Even shut down Wi-Fi if you need to. This is your time to focus or do nothing at all. The third tip to help you end procrastination habit is connect with your future self. As we have learned, you and me, all of us prioritize short-term gratification and the needs of our present self. It's because we see our present and future self as 2 different people. We think, why put money in the retirement fund when we want that shoes right now? But psychologists have found incredibly simple hack to bridge the gap between the present you and the future you. Researchers found that in several different tests, people perceive the future as fast approaching when they were primed to think in terms of days rather than month. So think in terms of days, not in terms of years or month. Technically, the same amount of time. Yes, but you are much more likely to take action. Try it out. If you are getting value out of this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so that you never miss any of my value-packed video on productivity, self-help, and high performance. This brings us to the 4th way to avoid procrastination: visualizing your future success. Dr. Tim Fitzgerald, the author of Solving the Procrastination Puzzle, advised procrastinators to boost their spirits through time travel, imagining how good you'll feel once you've gotten the job done. But many research suggests to take it a step further. According to a study by UCLA, researchers found that participants who engaged in the visualization that included the process of what needed to be done to achieve their goals were more likely to outperform their peers. The 2 reasons why this visualization process works: first, planning. Visualizing the process helps you focus attention on the steps needed to reach your goal. And secondly, emotions. As you visualize individual steps, it leads to reduced anxiety as you know exactly what you need to do. So now you know, instead of fantasizing on the outcome of the task, fantasize about the actual process of doing it. And tip 5, if you already do all these things and still manage to spend 3 hours last night looking at cute puppy pictures on the internet, which I already see you're regretting it now. But that's okay. As we've discussed in the first video of this series, procrastination makes us feel burdened with guilt and regret. And the only way to lessen this excess of baggage is to remind yourself it's okay to mess up and forgive yourself. The problem with feeling bad about procrastinating yesterday is that it makes you feel bad, which in turn makes you less likely to want to try again today. But a research found that university freshmen who forgive themselves for procrastinating on the course's first exam were less likely to procrastinate on the next exam, which means instead of wasting time and beating yourself for the past mistakes, focus on doing better in the present. Practicing self-compassion can help you forgive your past procrastination experience. It's as simple as telling yourself it's okay to mess up. That simple word can help you take action faster. Not only this, the author of Performing Under Pressure, The Science of Doing Your Best When It Matters the Most, shares in the book that we should keep in mind that each one of us get multiple chances over and over again in life. Just this thought can help you find life less pressured. Reminding yourself that there's almost always another chance to excel can help you depressurize in the moment, which can help you overcome the mental block preventing you from getting started and taking action. Instead of beating yourself, think about how could you prevent procrastination in the future. Dr. Tim Pitchell suggests that you can make pre-decision using implementation intention, so that next time when you're triggered by these emotions, you know exactly what you need to do. For instance, if I feel negative emotions towards the task at hand, I will stay put and not run away or stop working. And lastly, optimizing your environment. You probably know your environment plays a major role in making you procrastinate. If your phone is nearby while you work, you're more likely to check it. Especially if you're a novelty seeker, it's easy for you to hop from current tasks to a more pleasing one like checking YouTube or Instagram. In that case, optimizing your environment can help. For example, if you need to write a report on your laptop but you often procrastinate by browsing social media, then blocking those sites that you usually look will make it more difficult for you to procrastinate. Not only this, you can also optimize your environment in a way that makes it easier for you to get started on your task. For instance, if you need to work on a document, then before going to sleep, you can leave it open on your computer, so that next morning when you turn on your computer, that's the first document you see, which obviously increases your likelihood to work on it first. Well, these are 6 science-backed methods to help you overcome procrastination. Now share with me in the comments which tactic will you use to beat your procrastination habit. I'll see you at my next video.